How you keeping?
All good yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. I'm all right. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine. Like, how about yourself? Can you hear me?
But yeah, I can hear you solid. Yeah, it's thinking because I've not set up my mic just yet, but equally if you can hear me, then
Just
that's
leave it. It's all good, mate. Don't worry about it.
beautiful. You're beautiful.
Stop flattering me as always.
So how's life treating you during this?
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. We should hopefully have another week and a bit. Another week? I don't know. I forget. Are we out on the second or are we out on the fourth?
Second?
Second.
Think.
Yeah. So we've got a week then.
Yeah, I don't know. He did some announcement, but I've not watched it yet or anything.
Yeah, I was trying to read. I got like a news update on my phone to be like, oh, check this out. It's like the new winter lockdown rules. And I started reading it. I was like, it's just the same shit, really. I was like,
That's it. It's all shit. It's all wank.
that's all right. That's why I need to speak to you, my friend, to cheers me right up. It feel a lot better.
That's the one. That's the one. If I can make you better, make you feel happy, then it's
better, mate. You know that.
oh.
What's happening with you anyway?
Yeah.
What you been doing?
Just uni work. Because I'm just so behind. Just so I've dropped down to just working weekends now.
Decent.
Which is it's just nice and easy. So I had some like recording the other day. Because that's the weird thing with all this lockdown is studios are still open.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, so I was speaking to my producer. I was like, oh, like this indie band thing that want to do something. They were like, oh, do you want to come over to the studio on like I think it was when did I go? Like Wednesday? Yeah, last Wednesday. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, I'll let you know. I was speaking to him and I was like, what? I was like, I want to do this recording, but obviously like with lockdown, and he was like, oh, well, all the studios are still open during this. He was like, I've got recording like tomorrow. So I was like, right, fuck it. I'll go then. Like if the
why not?
8 studios are open, fuck it, I'll go. So that was a nightmare. But so we're supposed to be kind of working on a demo, which I'm trying to tie in for uni work, but I think I'm not going to be able to just based on like the due date of it. But yeah, they had some release, so I had to do some like mix for them instead, which was cool. But yeah, so I think we're supposed to be working on a demo, so at some point I'll do that. But I want to go through our session, but I'm just like not allowing myself until like I've got my assignments done because I know then I'm just gonna have too much fun with it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
But I took a quick listen back and it sounds sick. Like the drums sound brilliant on it.
Well, have you done anything to the have you quantized any of it? Yeah, just left it.
No, at the moment I've just left it because I thought like over so once my assignments are done, like I'll have all the time to be able to like properly like kind of go in, give it the TLC and make it sound like proper pucker. But I was just like, right, I'll just take a listen to a few kind of takes.
Yeah.
Kind of with fresh ears, and they're going, yeah, man, we got some solid hits, solid takes. Yeah. Sounds banging. Mike's in good place. The drummer was rather tasty. It's all good.
That's all right. That's all right.
I've sold my electric kit, so that's getting picked up next week. I'm going to get myself a new kick drum pedal as another one. It's just not getting on with it. So I'm getting a direct drive pedal, which is supposed to be really good for like double kick stuff. So that'd be cool. Yeah, because Toman have their own one. It's It's Quicksilver D drum or something like that had it, and they sell it for about 500 quid. Whereas Toman, like they no longer make it, so Toman basically have those ones, and I'd flog them for 130. I'm like,
oh, way better.
Fucking brilliant. Like, I'll take that. It says Millennium on it rather than D drum. I don't give a shit. It's literally like it is the pedal. It's just they've changed the brand and like done it for cheaper.
Whatever.
Same components and everything. I'm like, it's even got the same like kind of like not graphics. What is it like patterns on the actual pedal itself? Is
well, the raised detailing, yeah.
Yeah, so they've just changed it from like red to blue and wrote Millennium rather than D-drum. I'm like,
easy.
Saves me a lot of money. Thank you very much.
Millennium's a way better brand name anyway. D-drum's bullshit. Millennium's a great name.
It's called The Strike. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
100. So it's like, that's all right. 500 quid double kick pedal for 130. I'll take that.
I've noticed with drum stuff, they do come up with some banging names for individual components. Like I think it's Mapex they have a Mars pattern kit, they have a tornado,
Yeah.
and some other stuff as well. And the snare I've got is a Mapex Black Panther, and then they've got like 50 different variations underneath it. So my one is the Blade. They've got like Black Widow. They've got the Titan. They've got there's so many like sick names for the different drums.
Yeah, because I had someone, it was like, oh, you can buy, the guy I borrowed drums off, he had a Black Panther. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
But it was quite a thin one. Well, I say thin
Yeah.
one. It wasn't a deep one. Whereas I like a big weighty boy.
Well, they do weird ones because mine's like a medium size one, about that big, so it's standard size. But they do one which is double that, and they also do one which is like this big. So
it's like a piccolo or something. Is it a piccolo?
I don't know how you describe it, but it's tiny, so it produces a really high pitched sound. But it's still a snare, so still you get the crack from it, but it's just really high pitched. But it's cool that they do the huge range of sizes from all.
Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, it's just so we're going through like Christmas presents, like what people are wanting, and I was like speaking to the family basically like, oh, what are you guys wanting? And mum's like, oh, what do you want? I said, well, other than a nice Dingwall bass, which is about $2,000, I was like, China cymbal, please.
Fair play.
I want China.
Yeah.
I want that metal.
Well, I was listening to the original demo that you whipped up, and I noticed you put the China into that for the chorus bits.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
It's oh god, I'll have to find what song it is, but like it is one of the biggest like metal tropes. It's literally like just before the breakdown. It's just a
yeah.
And you're just like, oh man, like I just can't wait to literally just be right. That's the problem is so the way I had it set up on that electric kit, because I haven't really kind of gone through all the cymbals. Rather than like riding on say like an 18, I'll just ride on the China.
Yeah.
And I just like the sound of that. That would be like my main.
Fair enough.
The problem was is like everything I put then is just like China.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I want a China.
We've said it so many times in this conversation that anyone listening will be like, that word has lost all meaning to us. A China, for anyone who doesn't know, is a giant cymbal, but it's a concave one which kind of goes in a little bit. So it creates, depending on which one it is, so either goes in a little bit or it curves out to the outside, so it creates that unique sound.
Yeah, it's
stereotypical in any given metal song.
100% is man, it's just so I've seen they're not a bad price. It is very tempting, but I'm stuck between do I get like a trash China or a China? I don't really know the difference. I need to watch some videos first.
Do you want one where the sound resonates for longer, or it's just like the initial?
I think the full sound. So I guess that's
just the normal one.
The normal one. Yeah, so the other one's much shorter, like drier.
Yeah, so it would call either a trash or a fast. Like you can get a fast crash, which is some of them will have either the material is really thin or you'll have the holes in it. So it means the sound dissipates quicker.
Right, with you. Yeah, because the trash one had all like the holes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess in some respect you could almost get like because they do like China splashes, don't they? I know it's like a complete different thing.
Else, but yeah, they are the smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, you could just get that if you want like a short, quick one, as an.
Well, I love a splash. Like a crash cymbal or a splash cymbal, I'm happy all day.
Fair play. Oh, but yeah, so that's the goal.
Yeah. How did it go with your date a couple of weeks ago that I left you
on? There wasn't much in common. Like, got on well. She was perfectly fine, perfectly nice.
Yeah.
There's not really much there. I think it was very much like, oh, so you're into your music. Yeah. What are you into?
Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah. Rough.
Do you know what I mean? I think there's just nothing really in common. And it's one of those things, especially kind of in music. Like obviously that's my thing. So it's like if you're into sport, you mainly talk about sport. your purchases are mainly sport related, same as music, as we know. So like if you're not into that, you don't care for it, you don't get it, there's, do you know what I mean? There's you're stuffed really in that respect. You're not going to ever kind of have a much of a conversation. But yeah, it was fine. I had some good food, so that's all I care. You know,
all that matters, really.
Nice burger, can't go wrong.
How was it with your ex? Was she a musician as well, or?
She wasn't. She was like a scientist. But she really enjoyed like her music, and she was very open to it. So she would often like she got me tickets to like San Holo, who I love, like EDM guy. Took us to like Polyphia, and yeah, she was very open. So she got into like quite a bit of the like hard like metal stuff I'm into, like Periphery and stuff. She quite liked a lot of them. So yeah, and I got her a guitar for a birthday present or something. Yeah, not great. Yeah, birthday. So she started learning that. So she was like very open to it and enjoyed it. So that was quite cool. But man, yeah, I've just started listening to, I think I showed you actually when you're over, some like really like mental heavy track that's just been released by this band called Spirit Box. Well, I was really into it. So I've been going through like their Instagram and stuff. And literally, so the vocalist, she's like either in a relationship or engaged to the guitarist. I'm like, that's the dream there. Being like some mad famous like rock metal band with your other half sorted. Could be a recipe for disaster, but
literally, otherwise it goes like whole ABBA, and you're just like, oh shit.
I was going to say a very famous example of it. Yeah. So it's all right. At some point, I need to get pictures for like Tinder or something. Be trashy and go back to that, but.
It's all right. We'll get a Canon one of you right now, mate. Beautiful. You get a glimpse of the tattoo, you know? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Put that tattoo. People say, "Oh, he's got a nice little room, isn't he? Look at that door.
Look at that door, mate. Oh, look at that panel.
Just look at the door. I've realized I need to get some better lighting than you, because I've got like warm lighting in here, which you've got all the cool one, which is like awesome for studio lighting.
Yeah, the only problem is, you're right. It's Mama Rach.
What's up?
She sends her love, by the way. Yeah, the only problem is with this lighting is you get like bad shadows and everything. So it's quite handy, but I don't know. It's not too bad. It's mainly on I'm doing like recording for like an Instagram video or a YouTube a uni one. Sorry.
Yeah.
You have to do a lot of color correction, because otherwise, like the underneath of your face, you just look sinister as hell, because it's all like coming down. So then all this is like not lit, and then, do you know what I mean? You look menacing as hell.
You need a hood, man. That's how you got to do
it. Hood up and look metal as fuck, but it's all good.
Yeah, you got to play the guitar and have just like, you just got hood up and then like a lightsaber slung over your back.
Go for that Sith solo.
Big Sith solo, yeah. Yeah, I think for me, because to me, I look grainy as fuck in here now. Yeah, whatever. I'll figure out the lights.
What are you on? Just the webcam?
Yeah, so I got it off the laptop. Yeah, I just need some brighter lights, because I don't know. I need to get like Huey lights so I can put the bulbs in and just change the light as I go, because these are awesome. This color is awesome for when I'm going to sleep, because the bright ones I'll just be awake all the time. But
of course.
Doing this.
Yeah. And you got the brightness turned up on your laptop?
Good question. Let's have a look. Nope, that's the volume.
I'm just trying to think of anything.
Well, I mean, that's only changed how I perceive it as opposed to how it comes across.
Yeah, I guess it's not forcing a light. There you go. Simple way, mate. Flashlight. Just.
What is it with people saying flashlight in the last? You're like
the
person over the last 2 days who said it. I'm like, well, we're not fucking American. Why are we saying that? Nope, he's dropped out. Hang on. Knew this was going to be a risk. Mr. Josh. It's the risk of trying this in this new format. Yo. Oh, was that a blink? What was a blink? What's going on with him? Josh, I don't know if you can hear me, mate, but I can't hear you. Oh, he's gone. Okay, let's see what's happening. Let's go again. Don't know. I'll just cut this all out later.
Is that working now?
Yeah, I got you here. So I knew this would be a risk, but it's all good.
That's right. Yeah, sorry. I don't know. Might be my internet. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Cool.
But yeah, Apple, I'm sure call it. Maybe they don't. It's either they call it flashlight or torch, obviously. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just, you know, we see like there's like quick second like hacks or like life hacks or like crap you see on Instagram. I'm sure most of them American, aren't they? So like the ones I follow. So I guess flashlight. Problem is when you say flashlight, you don't wanna confuse the A and the E.
That's because the thing is, whenever I hear it, that's all I hear. So I'm like, hang on, you were lighting the stairs with what? Yeah, you were searching stuff with what in your hand? What?
Yeah, keep this by your face, mate. It'll definitely brighten it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it'll add a different sort of glow, I'm sure.
Radiating.
Yeah, I've never understood the appeal of one of them. I was just like, that just seems weird as shit. I'm sure it provides great comfort to some people, but I'm not one of them. That seems a bit weird to me.
It's got to be bloody sad, isn't it?
Be very lonely. Yeah.
Jeez, the dark realities of
Well, the thing is, I kind of feel sad because I'm sure there are some people who are, perfectly nice, well-meaning people, but for whatever reason they just can't get a partner. So I get it, kind of.
Just not really kind of, yeah. Don't know.
I can sympathise, but I can't empathise. I can't understand it. But I was like, yeah.
I was going to say, I don't have the first-hand experience of that.
Well, hey, I think that you don't need a hand anyway. Jeez, nice. We will start off so well. It always goes down a deep, dark hole. If you pardon the pun.
Yeah. Whoop.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Oh, but yeah. Oh, I don't really know where to go from that.
It's fine. We can talk about daisies if you like, make you feel a bit better. I'm sure there's a pun we can add from that as it is. Well, besides the uni work that you've been doing, what else have you been up to?
Yeah, so recorded you, which is cool. So work on that demo, so that'd be fun to do that over Christmas. Doing with some other guy doing this cover of Teardrops, which is cool.
Yeah.
I think saying about that. So he came and laid down some vocals, which is really cool. So looking at getting him over next week or two.
Yeah.
I'll do that as a post uni thing.
Yeah.
But just go through his that was an interesting one, as he hasn't hasn't done any recording before, so he's basically learned to sing, like took on some lessons, as well as like screaming and whatnot. But something he's never done is record. So instantly, when we've just kind of got everything, so we started off the session just stripped back, so we got the drums and everything, got bass and guitars and some synths, And I guess with no vocal line, he just found it like really hard, because he's used to kind of singing along to the track and everything. So then we're doing some stuff to it. But he actually gave a much better performance, not singing to anything, just kind of going freehand. But of course, then you get like timing stuff to have to sort out and pitch, because you haven't got that bass track in your ear. So we're going to kind of spend some time kind of coaching him on going through kind of section by section to, it's just weird. I've not really kind of thought what happens if you've had someone that's never ever once sung to, like a backing track even. Do you know what I mean? So that was an interesting one. And then this I've got a next Monday, so not this, basically, so I got this drum kit, and then they said I could record the school choir, so that's that gig basically in payment for the drum kit, which is quite cool. So going to a school on, I think it's like the 7th or something, to basically record a load of year group choirs.
That's like decent. Was it
be interesting?
So what, they wanted it for like a like a production they're doing, or?
So basically I think from what they were saying, they want for their Christmas concert, because they can't do a Christmas concert, so they're either going to do, they're undecided, I believe, but they're going to do it like a drive through concert, so a bit like a drive-in cinema sort of thing. As a concert, but of course then that's weather dependent and problematic. So I think what they just want to do is basically have so the kids are like singing along to like the songs on backing tracks. So I think they basically want me to record each year group, and then they'll have a CD of like what would have been the concert. So that'd be interesting, having never kind of recorded like school, like any choirs. So that'd be an interesting change and potential challenge, and potentially, if they like it, which I'm sure they will, have some more recording gigs with them.
Decent. That'd be good.
Go teach music tech at their school. Sorted. So that should be a laugh. And then I'm just looking forward to Christmas with no uni, nothing, so I can just start kind of actually like making decent music and getting the kit out and just, you know what I mean, just playing, practicing. What about you? What have you been up to during this magical time of lockdown? Part 2.
I've been not a lot really. I mean, exercising, a little bit of Xbox, mostly reading, to be honest. I mean,
so you got an impressive rack there.
Thank you very much. Oh, the books ain't bad either. I mean, I've been going through. I was thinking, because I'm having so many bloody books, I think I might as well make the full use of eBay. So I've been selling a lot of them. I've been selling probably about 2 or 3 a day, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Getting them out. The problem is that the money I make from that is then feeding into getting more books. So, on the plus side,
if you've read them,
exactly. On the plus side, it means I can get stuff, and if I like it, keep it. If not, I just sell it again. So I'm not really losing any money, but equally I'm not really making any. So
you're investing in new books. So
it's
literally it's a brilliant thing that's just funding itself then.
For the time being, it's awesome. I mean, some of them, I mean, like I had an old drum machine I wasn't using, so I sold that as well, and that was a pretty penny I got for that, so that was pretty good.
Nice.
But it's going pretty well for all this stuff. It's just churning it out. There was something. eBay is a dangerous place, but equally you can get some stonking bargains. It's ridiculous.
Oh, amazing. So I've only ever used like Facebook Marketplace to sell like guitars or like this kit and stuff. Which is good. But I've not actually looked into eBay.
Problem is, I know both of us have shit willpower when it comes to saving our money, so I'd say don't do it.
Okay.
But for anyone, but actually, you know what? Do it. Just don't sync up any cards to it. Just don't put any payment options in, because I did that at the beginning of the month. I deleted them all off, and I was like, okay, I'm actually going to start selling stuff, so I put it back on again. But just if you want to have a look, it's very interesting to see what happens with marketplaces.
Right. I'll have to. The thing is, I know I'll take a look and then I'll be like, oh, that looks tasty. Do I need it? Of course I don't.
Well,
but I'm gonna get it.
The particular brand of books that I read, they do a select choice of their books in like limited edition print, which is like that row I've got up there. And
Nice.
some of them, like when they first come out, so this has been going on for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years or whatever. They'll sell them each print for like 40 quid, but they're online, they'll go for like £200 or whatever, like now. So
Jeez.
just seeing some of the money, you're like, this is bonkers.
Bloody hell. So you're sitting on a little fortune there.
Exactly, yeah. So some of them are fairly new, so they're not worth that much. But some are like 4 years old or whatever. So I've got one which is like a couple hundred quid. It's just sat there. So
God, that's well all right.
yeah. So it's one of those investments you just got to sit on for a while and see what happens.
Hey, yeah, definitely.
It's a very interesting market to see. But I think I just see I've been doing this for about nearly 2 months now. And it's just a case of, to begin with, I was like heartbroken if I missed out on a book. I was like, no, it's never coming back. But I've seen them all come back like 3 or 4 times. So I'm like, there's loads of these.
Oh, well, that's good then. Yeah, you can make money, and equally you can get yourself a nice collection too.
Exactly.
What sort? So like what's like the genre of book?
Oh, it's just a sci-fi one. So it's basically in the 50s, Isaac Asimov wrote a bunch of books called the Foundation Trilogy, which these ones are pretty much modeled off. But I mean, I've got 3 bookcases, and 2 of those bookcases are all of this stuff. But they do well with all their like packaging and branding and naming and all that sort of shit. As you can see, it's lovely color coordinated. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but no, it is a lot of fun. It's a very fucking addictive hobby.
Then it's a good hobby.
Yeah, and
if it's not addictive, it's shit.
I kind of justify it to myself because but it's a physical book, so it's enriching and it's beautiful and it's an investment, but still a lot of money.
I think any hobbies are. I'm sure we've said this before, but like fishing, right? To me, I couldn't think of anything worse. But I know you can spend an absolute fortune getting into fishing. They always say, "Oh, music, it's bloody expensive." Yeah, but anything is. It's like golf. That's not cheap. You can get in cheap.
Yeah, fishing is. I agree with. The other 2 that are right at the top that has ridiculous how much money you can spend on it is golf, as you said, and cycling.
Oh my God, cycling. Yeah, because that's it. So mum and dad got a bike and they went, "Oh, why don't you look at a bike?" Yeah, all right. So you go on like, I don't know, is it like Evans Cycle? Pedal. So you sat there browsing and going, yeah, that one looks nice. I like the color of that. It looks legit.
Yeah.
$8,000.
Oh no.
Like, and then suddenly you've seen that and they're very clever. It's like the same as like Anderton something, any like guitar shop. Yeah. You suddenly see the brand spanking like Dog's Bollocks one. So then you suddenly look down to even like the grand one. You there go, looks a bit rubbish now.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about bikes. I don't know what makes a good bike or whatnot. I just want the front suspension.
Yeah.
That would do me. But yes, mental.
In our old house, our next door neighbor used to do Tour de France. So he's out on his bike all the time. But like we walk to their garage and it's just walls of bikes. Like it was cool. Like fortunately, like it was cool because the whole family were into it. But they never like, they weren't those kind of people who would like tell you all about what they were doing. It's like only if you ask, they talk about it. But that was quite cool. But I'm just like, that's a lot of money on bikes.
I was going to say, that's an investment garage there. Bloody hell.
Yeah, gee, it was like a showroom. It was nuts. It was cool, but it was nuts.
Jeez. But I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like, you can get into cycling dirt cheap. Like, you can pick up some shitty bikes. Yeah. But the risk with doing that, you'll never fully get into it because it's crap. So you're kind of working against it the whole time. And then suddenly you get a decent bike. I imagine it's like cycling on gold. I know it's the same, like guitar. You get cheap guitars. The minute you get a decent one, it's set up nicely. Yeah, it's amazing. Same like drums, isn't it? Like you get cheap, shitty, like cymbals.
Yeah. Oh,
like anything.
With cymbals, it's night and day. You're like, oh, it's like playing on a pan lid. So then playing on, that sounds like liquid gold. It's something else. Yeah.
Mental, what a difference. But yeah, if it's a cheap hobby. Well, I mean, obviously there are some hobbies that are cheap, but like knitting, I don't imagine that's got a high price to entry.
Probably not. No, you can get.
Sure, you can get some luxurious.
You probably
knitters, tongs. I don't know.
Yeah, you can probably get. I don't know. Not diamond ones, but I'm sure you can get like titanium ones or platinum or some kind of shit. Solid bone. I don't know.
So, but-
Yeah, it's made out of the femurs of dead people. I don't know.
you say Edna's bones.
Oh shit! Yeah, the woman who spent her whole life knitting. These are her bones. Enjoy. And you're like, oh no! Oh, imagine having drumsticks made out of bone. Oh,
100
oh,
years of experience in
oh, dude. I mean, to be fair though, that'd be sick if they were like, here's like Joey Jordan, here's Joey Jordison's like drumsticks. You're like, oh, you'd put them in you put them in a glass box. You just wouldn't touch them.
I was going to say, not the state I get through drumsticks. I trash them.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh Joey, sorry man.
Rim
Anyway.
shot, bang. It's knackered. That's it. In the bin it goes.
Yeah, I wonder. I got a pair of sticks I don't really use anymore, but they're graphite, so they're made out of rock,
Oh, right.
and they're weird to begin with because they're really weighty. But these things are bulletproof because it's rock as opposed to wood, so it just doesn't. Once you get the feel for it, you
Yeah.
chip them all day and they're not going anywhere.
Is it not like ruin your drums quicker then?
No, because they smooth it and varnish it the same as any like Vic
Oh,
First.
fair. Oh, bloody hell. Because I remember some kid at school had these, oh, they're bloody awful, these plastic ones, which when you tap them, they like light up and everything.
Yeah, I got a pair of them as a joke. Yeah.
Oh no, you used them as like a legit set.
Oh god.
I was like, oh man.
I think I used them once at a gig for a laugh, and that was it. I was like, because the problem is to make it light up, they have batteries in the ends, so it's really heavily weighted towards the back. So you've got to hold it like right at the end to keep it balanced, and you're like, no, not doing this.
That sounds bloody awful.
Mm.
I mean, they look cool. Not gonna dispute. As a kid, do you know what I mean?
Oh, sure, yeah. It's like a novelty gimmick. It's like having a light up guitar. You're like, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, like,
cool for all of like 5 minutes.
yeah, and then you're like, I just feel like a retard now because I need a fucking like light up guitar so I know where it is. You're like, no, it's not a good move.
But yeah, because you can get them like with your fretboard like inlays and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Would I ever then, after the battery dies, like replace it, charge it? Probably not. Will I turn it off? No.
And there's a way to do it as well. Like if you had a guitar like Matt Bellamy's or like Rob Swire's, you're like, yeah, cool, because they do it right. It's like Tron neon lights on it. You're like, yeah, that's how you do it. Not
Yeah.
like a light up one, but it's like you just plug some Christmas lights on it. You're like, no, that's
looks cheap and tacky unless you
Oh,
spend crazy money.
Those are a bit different though, because I know like Matt Bellamy specifically, he's got a oscillator built into his guitar as well.
That's it. Yeah. His is mad, isn't it? Because it's like I know it's a bass, but he has it like here or something, doesn't he?
Yeah. So the
That's
fretboard that must do some weird shit to the strings, because the fretboard's got to move further up then, isn't it?
See, it's tricky on that one because that's quite. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just trying to look at like another guitar, like this one. I guess you could have some wiggle room, but like you would basically have have it there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
how. Yeah, I was trying to think, is how you use it. I guess you just wouldn't use a guitar at the same time, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know what it's doing to it. Because it's like, well, it's an effects. It's effects and everything, isn't it? So like, I have no idea how they have it routed, like what it's doing. So I guess it must be some sort of like distortion or like filtering or something. Do you know what I mean? Because if you think about it, it's coming out of the guitar, then that's going into like the amp, then with all the pedals and everything. So like it's the effects are basically literally coming out of the guitar, I assume.
Yeah, because it will do, because the pad itself generates the sound, and then it just comes out of whatever output you put it through, whether it's an amp or like the on-stage monitors or whatever. But yeah, the pad itself makes the sound. So how you set it up and draw on it because it is just basically like a fancy drawing pad, makes the sound that you're going to be using.
How much do you reckon it is? I've just seen.
They're a couple hundred. Oh, for the guitar or for the pad?
For the guitar.
A couple of grand.
It's currently on offer. I don't know if this is because it's Black Friday and all. It's excellent. So it's second hand, 2019. It was £5,505, but now it's only 4,326.
Such a bullshit discount. Why do they even bother?
Oh my god.
The Black Friday always weirds me out because some places it will be like 80% off. You're like, okay, that's fucking worth it. And someone's like 15% off. Well done. You're like, why am I bothering? Like, what? Why do I bother?
That's the thing. Like I've seen quite a few things. It's like this like plugins, right? So like, I want to get this bass, hence the bass. Like, I'm stuck between these two bass plugins from this company, and they have 50% off, which
That's
is
good.
really good. It brings it right down in price,
Yeah.
obviously. Whereas then like I'm seeing like a few different guitar sites. So I've got my eye on a bass I really want, but like I say, it's like £2,000. So I want like there to be like a saving on there, and then I'd look at potentially getting that in the future. But I'm seeing some of their Black Friday deals, and it's like, here's £30 off.
Thanks.
It'd be great if the product was 60 quid.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, cool. If the product was like 150 quid, you'd be like, yeah, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, like you can see a difference. Not like that like makes no difference on £2,000, does it?
Nothing.
30 quid.
Nothing. I don't know.
Like I know obviously they've had to buy it in at a price and they can't go below a certain point, but don't know. It is interesting. You're there going, like, especially like guitars and stuff. I haven't seen any Black Friday deals that I've gone, oh, yeah, I'll get that. I'll just look at them and go, nah, bugger that.
Well, I think it's mostly for clothes and electronics, I think. Well, let's no, scratch that. I think it's mostly for electronics to get the bargains on it.
Yeah. Yeah, because aren't our Amazon doing it at the moment or something?
Well, they started it a few years ago where everyone would do it like a week earlier and run it for 7 to 10 days. Because
Yeah, I'm seeing them start earlier and earlier. And I can't work out, is this a lot of these places that are doing these Black Friday deals? What I'm not sure about, and I don't want to miss the boat, is are these like the Black Friday sales, or are these kind of like a Black Friday sale, but actually on Friday, it's going to suddenly be like amazing? I can't see that it would though.
I don't think it's going to change. I think they've done it for a variety of reasons. I think probably number one is their because so much of it is online, and obviously right now we've got no choice but to buy it online. I think their servers would just crash if everyone bought it on Friday.
I guess as well, it's because I've seen this like competing, like so this company with this bass plugin, there's basically like two main like virtual amps and stuff you'd get like from two different companies, and conveniently one went 50% off whole site, and then moments later the competitor went 50% off whole site. So I wonder now if it's like the earlier and earlier people are pushing it, you're going to spend your money with them and then not have the money to spend
with the competitor.
The next year it might be October, will be Black Friday.
Maybe the whole fucking month of November. Jesus Christ.
I know it's mad. It's mad, but it's depressing when you look at, like, I bought this like piece of software for like 140 quid about like 6 months ago. Handy one, like the drum trigger one.
Yeah.
I currently have it on sale for $50, and I'm like,
fuck. Well,
right.
What was it? It was, I think I was doing loads of trial before I settled on Logic. I was doing loads of trials with loads of different stuff, and they were giving ridiculous stuff out. They were just trying to get people in the door because so many people were, was just at home. They were just doing so, like Ableton had like a 98-day trial or something, and you're like, cool, I'll take that. You're like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I couldn't work out any of it, but I mean, the fact they were doing it is good.
Yeah, because I think Ableton's like great. Like if you want to get, I think that's the one like all the EDM users use, because apparently it's just perfect for like loops and I don't know. They all do the same thing. It's just different ways of getting there.
It was just to me, it looked like a Japanese import of a software because everything was the other way around, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense to my brain. It should start from left to right, not from have all the control panel on the right, but things the track still goes left. I'm like, well,
awkwardly sat underneath as well, and then stuff's in like
yeah.
I think I did try a trial of it years ago and went, no, don't like it.
Like if you're really, I think you're right, because the EM stuff, if you're really technical and it's all about the nitty gritty nuts and bolts and effects of it. You'll probably love it. Because I only got it because I saw Mike Shinoda was doing like a free demonstration of how he creates all his songs. I was like, okay, he's used it. I like his stuff. Let's give it a go.
Got there and we're like, no, don't like this.
I was like, no, thanks. I think I did the first, I don't know, 5 podcasts on it, and then went, no, I can't do this.
That's it. Well, it's like Pro Tools, right? So they're a cheeky bastard. They're expensive to buy the software. So I think it's, well, I say expensive. It's about going rate. I think as a student, I can get Pro Tools for 300 quid. But at the moment, I'm on like a monthly subscription for it, and it's like £8 a month as a student. So it's nice and cheap, but then of course you don't own it. But
yeah, whatever.
They're doing Black Friday deals, but it's all on subscriptions, and they're basically no deals on like the actual buying of the license. So I think they're trying to like force everyone onto a subscription model, which makes sense, but it's a pain in the ass. I just want to just have it.
It's a good business model because it's guaranteed cash flow, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you use it, you're relying on it, you kind of have to keep paying monthly for it.
Yeah.
And I think after I'm a student, it then goes up to like 30 quid a month, and that's when they're going, oh, I want to get it cheap. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to keep paying for that each month. I just want to have it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's so much. I mean, I think we all do have the majority of our shit paying monthly, like my phone, my laptop. Actually, no, my watch I paid off. That's fine. I'm trying to think what else.
You're talking to the pay monthly man.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm trying to think. There's a bunch of stuff I did have, but I've paid off on. Like, so I paid off that, paid that. But
that's my guitars all paid monthly for. Like,
oh, okay, yeah, that'll do it.
I can't save because I pay monthly for everything.
Yeah.
Like, I saw this meme that I know I've seen it a couple of times, but that was on about like people struggling to like get a mortgage. That was like, oh, like we need something to show that you can what is it? I'm gonna absolutely butcher it, but it's along the lines of we have no way of you being able to prove to us that you could pay us back £500 a month. And it's like, well, I've been paying my landlord £1,000 a month.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you could just find, if you could have just saved £25,000, it's like, well, I can't do that because I'm paying my landlord £1,000.
Yeah.
Something that made me laugh.
Yeah.
That's the same sort of thing.
It's bizarre how in most instances mortgages are cheaper than rent.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like a friend of mine's got I think he's paying something like 300 quid a month for a 2-bed house, like as a mortgage.
Oh,
like
shit,
350. Yeah. And you're going like, I think it's about 350.
Yeah.
Then they're going,
bloody hell.
Whereas like rent for a shit 1-bed flat in Scumhole is like £1,000.
Yeah.
You're like, at some point I'll start looking.
Well,
saving,
it just proves how much of it is just about people profiting, because it's not about because it's just people who do it for a living, and you're like,
That's why most landlords have rather nice houses themselves, or multiple, and nice cars and nice lifestyle. You would, do you know what I mean? Like if you got multiple people paying you £2,000 a month, you're laughing.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how you're looking at it, because you'd have to
keep it all in good order and not have much out. Don't buy real shit that everything's going to break and you keep needing to go in and invest. Because obviously then stuff go wrong, the landlord has to pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was trying to work out, because it was like if you had a couple of big places that were making you, let's say, go by your example, £2,000 a rent a month. Let's say you have 5 properties, makes it an even 10 grand. Let's say mortgage on each of them is 500, so that's taken away to 2.5 grand. So that's 7.5 you've got. Then take away however much you're paying on. You're pretty much guaranteed to have a better place than you're renting out. In most cases, so that will probably be, all told, will probably be about £2,000. I would have thought. So leaves you with 5. Yeah, you can make it work. Yeah.
I was going to say, I wouldn't mind that. £5,000 a month.
Yeah. You can make it work.
Income as well. Remember that. Passive income too.
Yes, very true. Well, it was. I can't remember who was talking to me about it, but there was a landlord who was saying that he made the mistake of renting out his previous home it was just a huge pain in the ass because he had downsized and he had like this 5-bed that he didn't want to sell, but he was just making money out of it. But it was so annoying because when it was because it's more of an unusual thing to for people wanting to be renting. It was such a drain on his finances when it was empty for however long.
Jeez.
Whereas so he did that for like a couple of years, sold it, and then he got like a bunch of 2-beds because he said those are
Right.
always in demand, and it's pretty much unheard of to have it empty.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah,
Bloody hell.
so the risk was so much smaller because he had a bunch of them, and the return and the return on investment was great. So I was like, that was very interesting.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah,
Well, everybody needs, 1, 2 bed. Everyone ideally wants like a 2 bed, don't they?
yeah, yeah. It's the most sought after property on the
Property.
market.
I'm in the wrong industry, mate. I should have had savings, bought myself a few 2 beds, flog them.
Don't. I've got a mate of mine who's been saving since he was 16. So
Bloody hell.
But there's a different thing as well. Is that there's the discipline, and he's got a game plan as well. I think if you haven't got a plan, don't worry about it because it's like you're just saving for. Obviously, it's good to have it, but
Well, that's how I got my gear.
yeah,
It's an investment.
well, that's
Makes
how
sense.
that's how you got to look at it as well. Because if you're spending this amount of money now, treating it as an investment, which will then pay you back in the future. I mean, I'm not looking. I mean, I've got game plans that are like 5 years ahead of me now, so I don't give a shit about how much debt I'm in right now because I'm not going to pay it off right now. It's like I don't care. I'm looking 5 years ahead is what I'm looking at.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's really enjoy the moment. Be aware, but enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I've just got to not go on Andertons or anything after speaking to you.
No, exactly. Hey, you can't blame that on me.
No, I can't. I'll try, but I can't.
I don't care how inspiring I am. You can't fucking blame that shit on me, bitch.
No, I'll treat myself to a China. I'll hopefully get that as a Christmas present.
Yeah.
That and this kick pedal, and then I think that's pretty much everything I need for drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I'm trying to think if I've got any. I think I've got a few cymbals that I'm not really using anymore.
You're welcome to my old hi-hats if you want. I know you like the sound of them.
No. What, the old ones on the mine?
Yeah, not the new ones.
Yeah.
They were bloody horrible.
Again, you do what I did when I'm old cymbals. Smash them up. It's so much fun.
So what was that? Literally just kind of smack them against the ground sort of thing?
Yeah, me and a mate of mine, we threw them down a hill and we just bent them out of shape and just jumped up and down on them. It was a lot of fun. It was good. We managed to fold them like a calzone.
Oh my god! Well, I've got a ride and 2 hi-hats, so we can meet up after this lockdown and just smash up some cymbals in a park. Then
I'm trying to think what I've got. I haven't got a hammer. I've got an axe, like a big one, so we could do that.
There you go, mate. Huh?
You can do it in the garden actually if you fancy.
Straight up, I'll bring them round. Yeah, axe up some cymbals.
Split them up. How you do it?
Don't have like an old guitar. I've got a banjo, but I should really sell that. Don't use that. Don't use a banjo.
I mean, it's a good aesthetic piece, but that's about it.
Well, the annoying thing is with it, right? So you have do some like singing or something, push your voice a bit hard. All you can hear it's like having the snare turned on or something. Although it's not got the wires, it just has that horrible resonance, and it's the banjo, and it resonates on the G because it's tuned to open G. So every time you like hit a G, you just hear this zing. Bloody horrible.
It's and I'm sure you're finding now having a drum kit in the room, particularly a snare, is just going to add some very interesting feedback acoustics.
Yeah. So what I've had to do is I've tidied out the room. Still got the table in here, which they'll sort out the table at some point. So I've got like the drums stacked up in the garage, like on a shelf at the moment. Kick drum under my desk, well, kind of by the wall, and then the cymbal sat on top. But I've now put a blanket over them. But had my microphone came through. This, check out this, is really weird. So I've got this room calibration software, Sonar Works. just did it with like one of my mics, but they actually send you, if you get the full package, this measuring microphone. So it's purely like, it's bloody weird, but it's purely for like, well, measuring. Like you wouldn't use it in a recording situation, and it's all like calibrated specifically. So it's shooting. So as you're kind of measuring the speaker distance from one another before you then go through the room, you're it's shooting like these weird like alien signals, like all these sine waves and like clicking stuff. So it'll be doing the out the right speaker then to the left speaker, so it's measuring like the time difference and then reflections off the room. And every time it was doing that, it'd go like drr, drr, and then you'd hear this sing from it like smacking against the cymbals, like
okay.
So the software got so confused because of course it's just waiting for like a drr, 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 but when you're getting drr, drr, zing, drr, drr, the mic it just wouldn't work, and the minute you put a blanket over them, worked in seconds. And you're like, so it is interesting, the way it's completely changed up the room, like since having drums in there. It's crazy.
Does that thing there actually generate sound to bounce around the room?
Not the mic itself. So what it is, it's really weird. So it is a piece of software that basically all your sound on your computer and outputs so they all go through this like software. So like right now your sound is coming through my computer, that goes to SonarWorks, and then that feeds to my master out. So it basically like you do all your room measurement, so it projects like sounds out the speakers. It basically measures your room and the acoustic treatment and everything, and then tries to create it as flat as like your sound to be as flat as possible. So when you're like mixing, you're not having like, so like I've got a bit of a low end dip in my room and also a little bit of a mid bump. So like it will flatten that down a bit and bring up the bass. So basically it's just trying to keep my sound crazy flat, which is really cool. But so that's how like it's measuring all the reflections and like frequency responses. So it then kind of applies it. It's mad how it does it. It's like really, really good. And it like just transforms your room, which is pretty mad. Makes mixing easier because you can actually hear what's going on. It's like driving it with lights on. It helps.
Yeah, I remember doing that for a while in the dark. I was thinking, why is it difficult to see?
When you look down, it's like, oh, they're not auto lights on this one. Right?
Oh, I do. That's good old auto lights back in the day.
But it's when someone flashes you, they're going, what the fuck are you flashing at? You look down and they're going,
oh you're like, oh shit, yeah. Thanks, mate. Sorry, my bad.
Like, yeah. Cheers, my man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, embarrassing.
It's a pain. Bloody hell.
Poster stuck to the bottom of my glass.
So have you got the new Xbox yet?
It is on pre-order.
Have you actually?
Yeah, my I think that's gonna be my Christmas present, I believe.
Oh, mad. Yeah, I was thinking. Someone was saying, have I got the new like PlayStation, and I haven't. Purely as I want to get like other stuff. But I'm tempted because it does look cool.
It does look cool because I was looking at the PlayStation and I've got a few mates who've got it and they said like the loading time is gone. Like you just turn it on, play your game, and you go straight into it. So like, which is awesome. I can't see that lasting because over time it'll just slow down.
Of course.
Could put more on it, but I don't know. I'm an Xbox fan.
Yeah, of course. That's what. There you go.
I can't not.
I do. Nothing will ever beat the Xbox 360 for me.
I loved it, mate. I loved it.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Because apparently they're working on a Skate 4.
I heard. My mate was telling me about it. Yeah.
Like if they do that, I'll end up caving in. Like at the moment, the only game I'd get on it that interests me is on PlayStation. They've got Demon Souls. So like the predecessor to Dark Souls, which I've never played.
So, I've heard that's scary as shit.
It's hard as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking like that's tempting, but not enough like for me to kind of upgrade to the next generation. But if they do drop Skate 4 and they don't do it for PlayStation 4, then bugger it, I'm buying a new console.
Yeah, I mean, I will invariably get the PS5 at some point, but I'm in no rush. I'll get it whenever.
That's all. Yeah, I was watching some graphics comparisons between the two, and they're literally identical. Like the Xbox and the PlayStation. Like, so it's just down to what you want really now, isn't it?
Exactly. It's just two different camps. Whereas like I'm a very visceral person and I need a controller that can stand my
they're They're much nicer, the Xbox controllers. They're bigger.
Oh, so nice. Was the PS ones? I feel like if I
Girth
just
in your hands.
break it. Yeah, it's for girl hands. There you go.
Girth.
Girth. I think my hands are quite wide. I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of do a comparison against like over this, but they look. You're quite the robust man, a bulky gym man. So makes sense.
Well, hands isn't from gym. My hands is piano, so I can do what was it? I think I'm gonna do 3 over an octave. I think.
Bloody hell, that's because Rachmaninoff had was it Rachmaninoff?
One of them did. One of them had a stupid breadth. Yeah, that's what I did because it was just reaching those notes, just actually just stretches it and makes them wider.
Yeah, Rachmaninoff had a 13th. Liszt had 13th. Yeah, that's mental.
That's 5 over. Okay, I don't have a 3 over. I think I've got a 2 over. Yes, that's a 5 over an octave. Yeah, that's nuts. That's actually nuts. That's like from here to here.
Yeah, like
that's huge.
Yeah, I don't know what mine is, but I'd struggle like to hit that octave.
Well, we'll do this clinically. I'm in a so 21 centimeters for me.
Mine's a little bit small, my ruler.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, I'm this, that's how big I am.
If I go and then roughly just there, that's fine.
Yeah. So he's probably not far off that ruler, you know. He's probably not far off.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane how big a hand that is. Fair enough. That explains why his music so fucking hard to play.
I was gonna say, if you've got big hands, you gotta show them off with some pretty impressive music. Well,
I was when I just before I stopped having keyboard lessons, I was learning a Rachmaninoff piece, and I was like, "This just so damn complicated."
It is ridiculous.
All that kind of bullshit, and you're just like, and it was like jumps and shit, and you're like, "No, it's just."
So it was I need to find out
what
Rachmaninoff. Enormous hands. He could span 12 piano keys from the tip of his little finger to his thumb. That is just mental.
For anyone who doesn't know, a generous, well, normal is 8. That's normal. So you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
12.
12. Jesus.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That'd be mad, like being able to do that on guitar. Like, do you know what I mean? Like bringing the same kind of span. You could do some ridiculously unnecessary. I mean, it's a bit unnecessary on guitar.
Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah. But saying that, the same thing with piano though. If you've got 5 fingers, if you use all 5 of them, you do not need to use all 5 of them. You use 3, maybe a 4th. If you put in a 5th, that's ridiculous. If you use a 4th, that's just nuts. It's just like it stops making a sound.
But that's the thing then, if you think about it, it's also then the dexterity. Do you know what I mean? So not only have you got that span, it's then being able to actually like separate, say like have it, oh, that looks horrible and mangly. Look at that. That's just what a disgusting view. But like, but do you know what I mean? Like keeping like, say those 2 fingers, say like that's your chord.
Yeah.
That or something. And then, oh no, it cramps.
Well, it's more going to be, if he can cover that distance, it's more going to be how he starts from down here and then turns upwards to get to this higher bit. So it's going to be more about how he can do that. So something, for example, that would probably take most people to do, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You can probably do 1, 2, then the whole 5 in his right hand. So you can probably do all of that. That would normally take people to both hands, but you can do it in one.
I mean, he was incredible. So fair enough.
Stunning. Well, I mean, underappreciated as well, because most people will hear Mozart, Beethoven, that sort of thing. Whereas, like, Rachmaninoff just
ridiculous. They had what film was it? They had a film based on I think it was like David Helfgoth. He was I think it's called Shine.
Okay.
it's basically I'll have to get up the blurb. But it's basically this kid as a like learning the piano, and he's a genius. Like he's incredible. And I think it's like the whole kind of emotional like downfall he had from this guy was like on another level, this kid, and this teacher was like, we're going to make you famous. I think it was like this really like abusive father, and unbelievably pushing. It basically drove him to the point of insanity. This guy, but it's fascinating. And that I think it was like the rack 3 on the piano. I'm sure it was that or something, which he just had so many hours and just learning to play this piece, and it just drove him kind of insane. I think it's all based on a real story on David. That's an interesting one to watch, actually.
Believable. Makes sense. Someone will go that cuckoo about it all.
David Helfgott, pianist who suffered a mental breakdown due to trauma inflicted by his abusive father and spent years in institutions. It is fascinating though. Like that's definitely a good one for you to watch.
So it was based on a real person,
Yeah. So it's based on David Helfgott, IMDb. Prodigy.
Because my question would be, did he make the music because of the abuse, or was he just incredible anyway?
Oh no, sorry. So he wasn't a composer. He was purely like a performer. So
okay.
He was playing these ridiculous pieces by like Rachmaninoff.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
And because he was so talented, but the father was like unbelievably abusive. I think it then like but that's well, I think I first heard Rachmaninoff was watching that film, and that's, you can understand like how mental it is, and it is incredible like to watch. Stick that on a watch list.
Shine's cool.
Weird film. But
the one I'm thinking of is with Jeffrey Rush, which I think is the pianist, I think.
Wait, sorry, what was it?
I think it's the pianist, the one with Jeffrey Rush, where he plays, I don't know, maybe it wasn't that one, but it's like the only thing I remember from it is where he's basically like shunned by the whole society for the whole film until the end, and he just sits down and he just destroys a piano, and then everyone like finally accepts him or some shit like that, even though he doesn't.
No, that's Shine. That's Shine.
Is that Shine?
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen the end of it. I haven't seen the rest of it though.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've just typed him in. Yeah, he was in Shine. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Look at that. I just did a shit job explaining it.
Well, it's just been so long, I couldn't remember what it was called. The pianist must be something else then.
Yeah, David Helfgott was the original guy, Jeffrey Rush being the actor.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, sick. I'm glad, you've seen part of it then. And so it does exist.
Yeah. No, it's not just in your brain, mate. You're not just making names and people up, are you?
I have my tablets. That's
Well, we try not to tell these things publicly, mate, but I'm glad you finally stepped up to the plate.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Hey, the first step is for you to admit that you have a problem, and then we'll get there. Get you the help that you need. This is what the whole purpose of this was. Your parents somehow contacted me. Don't ask how, but it's an intervention.
Suddenly my family and everyone comes in. Mental.
Even better, they come in here and they're like, Josh.
Yeah, I'm like,
you're like, what the fuck?
We're concerned about you, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a spectacular kind of turn of events.
Well, that'd be a good way to fuck with someone's head. They'd be like, why did you not just come in here? They're like, we knew you'd be looking at the camera here, so.
You don't pay attention to us at home anyway, so.
Exactly, yeah. Jesus.
So have you got a busy week ahead of you?
Relatively. I was out with a walk with a mate yesterday, which is cool. So I'm doing the same thing tomorrow with someone else.
Nice.
I've just made more of an effort this week to just speak to more people, because I just haven't for the last few. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, mate.
A few more of these lined up. A few more even calls, hiking and walking and shit. So.
No, that's a good shout. I was going to say, I think walking, like, there's something about it. So I've been making more of an effort to try and go on like a dog walk every day.
Yeah.
But like a powerful one, like as an exercise walk. So I do nothing. And And that, like, the difference it's made to like my moods and everything, it's amazing.
Mhm.
That those endorphins kind of flowing around.
It's got to be done, mate. Well, I've made more of an effort to exercise more.
Nice. You growing out your beard as well?
I'm doing what I can. I've got it.
Looks
I'm growing.
nice.
I'm growing it as far as it retains its shape. Like um, last week it was starting to stick out, so I just trimmed it back a little bit. Because usually I've got like a Phillips one blade, so I just put like a one setting and do the whole thing. With this,
Yeah.
I did this on a 3, so it's just getting a.
Yeah, you've got a good old tash on you, sir.
Yeah, it's not bad. This I'm not so much of a fan of, but this is some finally get some shape out of it.
Yeah, it's looking solid.
Yeah. Well, the problem I had with last lockdown, I grew it out long, but it was just like this. It was just all over the place. Whereas now I've got shape, and I've got my trusty beard comb, which is so
Hey, have you got
mate,
the
it's so nice.
like the cream and stuff, like beard oil?
I ran out. I need to get some more.
It's I think that's it. Like, I think so many of us grew beards during lockdown, like the first one. Mine's really weird, right? So this half of my face just grows down.
Yeah.
This side of my face grows like that way.
Oh.
Really, really weird. Like not obviously until you go to trim it, and then you kind of feel like you have to suddenly go that way. It's weird. But yeah, like when I grew up my beard, it was then incredibly, like, this bit was just kind of coming down, whereas this bit had this massive, like, where it all kind of comes up there. So it was just this horrible uneven beard. So then when you trim it, you kind of have to trim this one shorter but thinner this side. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Like, I think you actually need like years of growth, don't you, like, to have a proper beard for it to then all be properly, like, I couldn't do that, because you're right, it all just goes like that, and it's bloody horrible.
Well, I've got a mate of mine who's been growing his beard for, I don't know, he was 15 or whatever. But he was telling me that whichever way you want it to go, you need to shave it in that direction. So if you want us to go down, you need to shave it down. Because I was just trimming it so I could get as much hair as I could. So I was going against the grain. He's like, you go it with the grain because you're shaping it, you're not cutting it. If you're cutting it off, then do whatever you want, because you're just trying to get rid of the hair. When you're shaping, you go with the direction you want it to go in. So like
I haven't thought of that, actually.
Yeah, it's like my mustache one. I don't go out that way, so I don't want it to go down. Because I was like, I don't want that, but I'd rather it went that way.
Yeah, because I only ever just kind of jacking off my face there, but yeah. yeah, that's really interesting. I just wouldn't have thought of that. I lost my I got these trimmers, but they're it's like a USB-C style, like for the charging. I lost the cable, so I had to I got mum to cut my hair, and she just used like the hair trimmers on it, but of course then you don't get all the so little fresh lockdown trim.
That was fucking good. She a hairdresser as well?
She's cut my hair for years.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't like going to a hairdresser or barbers. I haven't gone in years, so I'd feel they'd be like, "What do you want? What my mum does, please." Well, I can't ever move out of home. I'll be buggered.
Right, mate. I've got a few good places I can recommend. Yeah, I'm debating whether, because my one was so booked up, I had to book in like months in advance. I had to move them all to like middle of December and January, and I'm debating if I can hang on that long, or if I just I've got my own clippers here, or if I just shave the backs and the sides and just keep the top. And my concern with that is I'll look like a dick if I don't get the height right.
I was gonna say, it's all about the blending.
I'm less worried about that, because because my hair goes this way, so if I had it like that, like just skin all the way around, it wouldn't look too bad on this side because the hair would look like cover it. I'm just worried about here how I do it, and I don't know. I need someone to do it for me, like just a line around here and then just trim all that up.
Next time you're around, mate, I'll be like, "Mum." She's done. Someone at work came over, and she like gave him 20. He gave her like 20 quid and was like, "There you go, Mum." Was like, "Buddy, I feel like a barber now."
Hey, if your mum actually would do that for me, I'd pay her for that. That'd be awesome.
Mate, she'd do it. She's got the gear from having to cut my hair for years. So
cool. All right, I'll have one of my we'll arrange it. I'll have one of my twice a year showers.
Well, you got to shower before, ideally. Come on, son.
Yeah, well, I'll make a special treat for you, mate. I'll wash up.
Trim up, wash up. SSS, beautiful.
Yeah, I'm actually white. My skin just does this because I don't wash.
Cheeky bastard. I love that.
I'll be racist against myself. It's funny.
I love it. So I saw a post on that. I think I probably have said it. It was just like, I'm not racist. I just fucking hate everybody equally.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
I like that.
I agree with that. That's very good.
Don't care about your skin. Don't care about your sex. Don't care about your beliefs. You're all pricks in my eyes.
Yeah, I like that. That's very good. That's brilliant because you can just do whatever you want. I hate everyone. It's like, fair enough.
You're all bastards in my eyes. That's fine. Like
everything that makes you who you are, fuck you.
You're not me, therefore fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's very good.
It's a very narrow-minded viewpoint, but equally fair play. There's no discrimination then.
Exactly. I hate everyone equally. That's fucking genius.
That one did make me chuckle.
They are embracing the tenets of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Treat everyone equally. There you go.
Oh, Papa J.
My mate in his new house. He lives in Southampton, and he's in the bathroom downstairs. He's got a framed picture of Jesus Christ opposite the toilet, so when you sit down, you can see it. But it's Keanu Reeves' face. It's so funny. Because he looks amazing. It's like a John Wick face. He's got the beard and everything, but he's given the really long hair. It's so funny. Oh,
that is genius.
Yeah, I've got a picture somewhere. I'll send it to you. It's so fucking.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Like go up for a shit, and then Keanu Reeves, our Lord Savior Christ, watching over you to bless you.
But you didn't tell me, so it wasn't until I sat down. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, this is fucking hilarious.
Just crying as you're.
Yeah, literally. Oh, it's a perfect. You're just laughing. You're just laughing.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's a wonderful experience. It just you just feel so cared for, and you know you're looked after, or looked upon even.
Yeah. May I bless this basin.
Exactly. Oh, that's such an awesome little feature to say that.
You can say that's the sort of home you wanna get. You wanna accessorize with.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves' face all around your house.
Yeah, just everywhere. Yeah, just. But if you have like pictures of yourself and your family, but just Photoshop in his face to everyone's face. Just
like a Where's Wally?
Yeah. Where has he found him? He's everywhere and everyone.
Yeah, just replace your family's portrait with Keanu Reeves. They'd understand.
I think that's I think it's a good use of it personally, but that's just me.
No, I'm with you. If my family chose to do that, I'd be like, yeah, I got the upgrade I deserve. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm glad you recognise, beauty when you see it.
I'll just create a Tinder and just replace my face in all these photos with Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Definitely not mis-selling.
Apparently, he's an exceptionally nice man in person.
I can imagine. Oh, what film was it he was in? I was watching one where they portray him to be this kind of crazy, just rich arsehole. I can't think of what it was, but it was brilliant. He's brilliant in everything. I need to watch a new Bill and Ted movie as well.
Yeah, on the face of it, I was like, no, that's going to be shit. I watched the trailer. I was like, okay, I've got to watch this.
Yeah, that's it. I thought, no, they'll butcher like my childhood. No, the trailer was funny, and I was like, right, man.
Yeah.
So I'll have to. But they've taken them off Amazon, the other two, and everything. You now have to pay. Yeah. Like, what was it? Their Great Adventure and Bogus Journey or something.
Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, because they're not on Netflix and they are on Amazon, but you have to buy them rather than have them on the like Prime Video, which is always a pain in the ass.
Cheeky fuckers.
I know, because you're like, oh, I'm sure it was streamable at one point, but now obviously it's streamable, but now you have to pay for it as well, which
that's annoying. Well, the same thing with the John Wick movies, because they did them in stages. So they released 1 and then 1 and 2 and then 2 and 2 and 3. So I think it's only 3 now. It's on Netflix, which is really annoying.
Right.
because the first one's fucking excellent. The John Wick.
Yeah,
Movie.
I've never watched any of the John Wicks. So I do need to
They're good. They are.
whack 'em.
They're something different because most like people in the military have seen it, have gone, yeah, it looks about right.
Bloody hell.
Because like people will see like Expendables or whatever, and they'll be Transporter or whatever, and they'll be like, no, this is nonsense. But you got John Wick, they're like, yeah, looks about right.
Bloody hell. Yeah, I'll have to oh, it's 2014, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So did you say it is or isn't on Netflix?
And number 3 is. Number 1 definitely is not. I don't know about 2.
Oh, they got these weird ones, don't they? You can watch them on YouTube, but you
Yeah,
pay for it.
I've seen so many bloody adverts for that over the last few days. It's really weird.
Yeah, so like you stream it on YouTube as like a rent thing, I guess.
Yeah. Ugh, nah, not a fan.
It's not. Oh, that's just showing me the trailer. Buy or rent. So to rent it, it's $3.50, or to buy it, it's tenner. Which I mean isn't bad, but yeah, it's just weird now how like I was talking about this earlier actually with Mum. Talking about delivery, talking about like, you know, what to get there for Christmas and stuff, and she was saying like, oh, if you spend over this amount, you get free shipping and everything.
Yeah.
And you're there going, it's mad, isn't it? Because places like Amazon, although you pay like Amazon Prime, so effectively your shipping isn't free, but it is free. And like say like Sainsbury's, right? Like a lot of their slots they give for free. Now like, so our expectation of shipping is it should be free, and then when you have to pay for it, it's like, oh man, I don't want to pay for shipping. And I guess it's the same as like on here. Like I see that rent it for $3.49. I would have thought nothing of that like back in the day with like Blockbusters and stuff. I can't remember how much like renting a movie used to be, granted,
Couple of pounds.
but like it probably wasn't far off $3.50.
No, not
Now I
much.
see that and I'm like, nah, fuck that, I'm not paying for that.
Yeah.
Which is so bad, because same with music, right? You see like, why'd I buy an album if I get it on Spotify? It's like it's weird how like our habits have changed as consumers.
And it's so interesting as well for people in. It's how bands or artists have had to change how they make their money as well. So you used to make it. I mean, it used to be like absolute gold to be a musician, because you get an upfront couple of $100,000 payment from the record label. You get paid to be on tour, paid to stay. You get hotels and shit paid for. You'd get the percentage of sales from vinyl, from CDs, from merch. Whereas now it's pretty much just merch.
Oh, I was going to say that's why, and a lot of them have gone to Twitch. Like the amount of like.
That's interesting as well. It's Twitch and TikTok, how their music licensing is very interesting.
Yeah, TikTok. I'm seeing a lot of the kind of what I call like the pop and like a lot more of the like mainstream bigger artists. Whereas I know like, you know, like Dragon Force, the guitarist of that Harmony, like he's this massive Twitch streamer. Trivium, Matt, they all do the Twitch streams. Periphery, and it's mad. Like all these bands like now just are like on Twitch, which is sick. But
it's very interesting.
It is, yeah, interesting. That's the word. I'll just become a Twitch streamer.
Well, it's how you do it as well, because I mean, like Dad's doing various different music courses at the minute, and one of them is like sync licensing. So it'd be movie soundtracks, advert soundtracks. Soundtracks is a huge one.
Yeah, I can imagine
from that.
Yeah, because I've seen quite a few of these, you know, like the biggest scams in the music industry, and a lot of them are kind of trying to like support it. It's actually, yeah, a lot of these kind of copyright licenses, and you know, difference between like the master or say like the actual material, and like it's all kind of aimed more at like composers for like films, soundtracks, everything like that. And they're going, yeah, that's must be like silly money, which companies really are. The reason they're scamming is to try and kind of rip them off and get the money.
Absolutely. And it is I think there's a translation as well from, because I listen to I listen to a lot of comedians, and they'll say that when they're not taking the piss, they'll say that the ones who've done it the best I've pretty much done it, besides my agent, I've done it just by myself. Because otherwise, if I did it through a parent company, they'd take all of it, and I'd have like 20% of the money left.
Which, if you're making a ridiculous sum, that's brilliant. But in reality, you know, 20% of.
Even then, if you're making a ridiculous sum, but it's still going to boil down to 20%. You're just like, what the fuck? Why am I not getting all of? Why am I not getting the majority of this? Like, that
I
doesn't
was
make
going to say you
sense.
should be at least kind of getting like 80%.
Yeah,
Like,
because
you know, like
because whatever you get paid on paper, you then get taxed on, and depending how you've marketed yourself, whether it's as a, I don't know how they do it for musicians. If you're a company, if you're a sole trader, if you're whatever, you'll get taxed twice.
yeah, so that's it. You're getting like your 20% and then taxed on that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So you're not really getting.
no, that's why it's. I mean, I'm an idiot. I don't know anything about economy or anything. That's why it's interesting to hear the arguments for and against the rising tax brackets as you go up. It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm with you. I quick enough to spend money on my credit card, but not quick enough to learn about tax properly.
Yeah, well, I think because on one side of it, you've got if you make more money, you should be able to afford more tax, and then the other argument is if I make more money, I've worked hard to be able to make this money, so I want to be rewarded for working so hard, kind of thing. So, yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
mad, isn't it? Whereas then, if you get to like silly money, you can somehow wriggle out of all tax.
That's loopholes, my friend.
Yeah.
Loopholes, and you've got a good accountant who shows you how to. I think it's like it's how you like write off money and you register yourself as a I think a lot of it's like registering as companies or
Expenses.
yeah, non-profits are the wrong word, but yeah, something like that. So you can basically write it off and then
Like a trust or something.
yeah,
I'm
I
literally
don't fucking know. I don't know
pulling
anything.
words out of thin air, mate.
Yeah, I'd be better off with my money if I put it under my bed, but you know, whatever.
Best way, mate.
Indeed.
Can't spend it online then.
No, exactly. We keep all there. All right, my man. This has been an absolute pleasure, but I am starving. I
having
need to
me.
run off, and I need to have a piss as well. So I would be
What a beautiful thought I'll be thinking about all day. Thank you ever so much, my love.
Sure, we've done well. Nearly an hour and a half. It's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, fair play. Well, I'm gonna go grab myself a coffee and crack on with some uni work.
All right, beautiful. Lovely as
Much
always.
love, mate. Cheerio, my love.
Bye bye.